And we're back. Thank you guys for staying tuned on this last game of the Saturday of the EQC Division 1 here in Harelbeke. And we have a great game for you guys. It's Sagene Quidditch versus the Chrookshanks of Lyon, Norway versus France. And I'm joined by Annemieke. Thank you, Annemieke, for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
I'm Philipp Stolz, and we're going to be commentating this last game of the day and hope to have you guys tuned and focused on this day until it's over for now. But tomorrow we'll have another day of great games, so stay tuned. Maybe bookmark this link, maybe go on to EQC 19 live at Twitter and give us some info about what you guys want to talk about on the if in case there's no stream on. Yeah.
So what are you expecting this game to be like?
Okay, I gotta say it's hard for me to estimate the strength of Lyon because I'm not very deep into French Quidditch and it's hard to find out results about their game. But when it comes to the past EQCs, Chrookshanks have always been there, have always been a team to be reckoned with, and Sagene is a new team. Sagene is the second team of Oslo. They split up from Aussie Quidditch, and yeah, they have some experienced players in there. There's Kai Hagen Shaw, there's Elisabeth Ingeborg Elstad. They are very experienced as well. So I think they're pretty evenly matched, but I think Lyon with the deeper roster, as Sagene is only like 8 or 9 people. And
I think 11, yeah.
Yeah, but 2 people came very late in the day. I think 2 of the or 3 of their games they played with 8 or like with 9 because one player became a double yellow.
Right.
I think Lyon might have the upper hand when it comes to stamina, and we'll see if that is an important factor in this last game of the day. It has been a long day, but these 2 teams have now battled it out.
But I would never underestimate a good, strong roster of veteran players. If I see these Norwegians, I'm like, I know all of these faces.
Yeah.
Over the past few years, I've seen all of them at other EQCs probably.
Yeah.
I'm not underestimating any of them.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It doesn't take 21 people to win a tournament. It only takes the right 7 people sometimes staying on the pitch right there. And the head referee for this game is Thomas Berglic, an Austrian referee, will be guiding this game for our live stream viewers. So thank you guys for staying tuned in.
I think we are about to start. All the refs are in place, just not all the players yet. Yeah, there's some stuff being said about a sub box. Who knows what's going on? Important head ref stuff.
I gotta say, Annemieke, you refed a few games, haven't you?
I have never refed before. I'm half blind in one eye.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I am not allowed to ref in the Netherlands. I'm sorry.
And because I always wondered what these refs are talking in their ref meetings in front of the games. I mean,
for sure. No idea.
Sometimes we have to have a camera or like a
one
mic.
day,
mic
yeah. I would like to know all the intel, you know. Feel smart and included.
But for now, Lyon is ready.
Sagene is also very ready. All right. That is a quaffle for Lyon. But they're not. Are they making it into something? Oh.
Yeah, he was beat.
Yeah. Was he beat? I'm unsure.
A lot of confusion here with the ref calls. Now everything is cleared up. And Lyon will be. I mean, the refs kind of confused him there. That it would have been a goal if he hadn't stopped.
If he hadn't been confused, yeah.
Yeah. It leaves a bit of a taste in that.
Yeah.
In that sense, the refs should make clear who is beat and who's not. But I think they'll gather themselves and get right.
I mean, it's been 20 seconds. We can cut them some slack, you know.
Yeah.
They got to warm up as well.
Lyon with a lot of speed.
Oh, they're going they're going fast, but not necessarily precise.
And this quaffle is off pitch, therefore good defense by Sagene. Martin Bayer here advancing quaffle very quickly, tries to gain some speed.
They go very fast. Around the hoops, but the pass did not seem to arrive. And out of bounds.
So, what we talked about fatigue, I don't see it yet.
No.
Both teams try to push the tempo. They want to have a quick game, it seems. Let's see which team can thrive in that chaos or thrive in that speed. For now, Lyon now takes it slow.
Yeah. As of the first minute, I can't say any team has the upper hand yet.
No, I can't. Solenbum now with the quaffle. Passing it to Rico.
They're taking their time. Oh, that was a good intercept there. That was beautiful.
And now he can make it quick. Martin Bayer has some passing options. Elizabeth back to nice.
They seem to be finishing this off. A goal.
Kudos.
Yeah.
Kudos. That was some great
This was
passing
beautiful.
between Martin Bayer and Elizabeth Ingeborg Jostad.
This is great uses of older players like this.
Yeah. I think what Sagene really has is like team chemistry. These people have played for a long time. They've played together for a long time.
They trust each other.
Yeah, exactly. And in this case, it was enough to get rid of Lyon's defense. But it was nice passing anyway.
Yeah, for sure. Lyon seems more to be looking for a space. Oh, that was a goal.
Yes, nice flick of the wrist.
Yeah.
And
it seemed to be a pass attempt, but it was a score.
Yeah,
that's always nice.
Yeah, it can also be both. I mean,
yeah.
if you miss, you have the receiver there. In this case, it wasn't necessary because the goal was good. I think Sagene should have to try to get a hand in his face, so they might disturb this distance shot. I think Lyon has tried 2 or 3 already. If this is the way they want to go, Sagene has to put up some man defense in front of these shooters.
They are trying to find a space, but not finding it.
But nice passing. They don't lose
Good
control
passing.
of the ball.
No.
The passes are on point, easy to catch. Great synergy.
They're finding the spots on their own pace. They're not letting Lyon outplay them. Oh, or are they? Oh no, they have control. The Sagene.
Yeah. So far, it's been in the offense. It's been Elizabeth Ingeborg Jostad and Martin Bayer that had great synergy. Now we can see if Lyon can copy that, but no.
Oh, that was a good block of a long distance pass.
Yeah. I think it was actually a goal to him. Martin Bayer this time was having none of it.
Yeah.
He realized, okay, these guys are trying to go from a second row and put it through the hoops. Not this time. I'm ready.
This is what I like to see. Just teams adapting to what the other team is doing right on pitch.
And now there's a discussion between Thomas Berglic and Martin Bayer. I can't imagine what was
wrong.
Disregarding the rules. He was just getting the quaffle.
Unsure.
Brooms down.
Oh, brooms down. Yeah. I guess there's something going on. Yeah, it's always a question what's going on. I'm sure they're saying smart stuff again now.
Yeah, sometimes I think it would really be helpful if we had like a head ref on our side here.
Right, to be like, obviously this is going on.
I'm really confused what could have been the call.
Yeah,
Martin Bayer, he blocked the shot.
Right,
it rolled out of bounds, and he went to pick it up.
Right, that's technically a turnover.
Is it?
I would say, yeah, because he touched it last. Yeah, but he touched it last.
But it was behind, was
he touched it last. I would say that might be a turnover then, because he touched it and then it went out of bounds. I am technically head ref certified, though I have never refed a single game before. Right, okay. Yeah, I am. But a half-blind ref would be a bad idea. So.
In this community, we have a spot for everybody.
This is true. This is true. I did once make the practice squad for the national Dutch team, which may say more about the Dutch national team than me, but you know. But back to the game where there seems to be no call made.
All right.
So I guess
Martin Bayer is allowed to advance the quaffle towards the Chrookshanks of Lyon, and the score is still 10-10 each.
There's no call on the
play. It's a tight game.
Remount.
They're taking their sweet time though. Oh, there we go.
Oh, and he feels good about taking that step.
He
All
looks
of
very
Trondheim
happy.
is applauding him for that step.
I don't think I've seen any player happier on pitch today than this.
Yeah, the crowd loves it.
Yeah. I mean, I love it too.
Ingeborg forcing the beat. No bloodshed situation right now. They should make it quick. Martin Bayer is going for the drive.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, and that's a goal.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. I like how they keep playing their own game at their own pace. They try to find a hole, and when they find it, they go for it.
Yeah, in this case, it was an early throw by Lyon beater. He missed
it. Yeah.
I mean,
that's the small mistakes you got to look out for.
I think Jostad did it good. She was waiting for the throw, and then she passed it to the open receiver, and thereby forced this drive by Martin Bayer.
I mean, it's beautiful.
I think that should be a decent assist if you ever take stats for these games.
There's some beater action going on around the hoops.
But also a rep at the chaser, now picked up. But I think number 99 was beat as well, wasn't he?
I have no idea. I'm going to assume the refs would have called him beat if that was the case.
Now he's beat.
Yeah, that was a lot of beating. Oh, but there's another Lyon player picking it up, and there's
this time it was pass
brooms down. Yeah. I mean, it was a fumble after beat, but that's about as bad as a pass after beat.
Yeah.
And let's see what they do now with this quaffle. Oh, that was some aggressive beater play from Kai.
Kai Shaw. I mean, this guy has been an idol in Quidditch for long years. He needs no further introduction.
I have nightmares about playing Kai 2 years ago at EQC, still.
Nightmares?
Nightmares.
These are like my dearest dreams when I have Kai in them.
Until you get beat by Kai as a new, freshy beater, nightmares. They're taking their sweet, sweet time.
But I like Elizabeth in that offense. She's a very, very smart player.
Yeah.
But also like great arm, good passes, always on point. Marty by a rep.
Oh, that's a good rep.
By Jack, number 9 of Lyon.
I love how tactical this game is. It's not just like big guys running through.
Yeah, and also even this tackle was precise at the right time with the
There's
necessary
thought behind
force
it.
to get him down to the ground. Kudos, Jack. That was a good tackle.
Lyon's also playing their own game, slowly trying to look for a mistake. See if they find one.
And it's
the long shots.
It's always the shot from the keeper line
Yeah.
onto the hoops. And this time Martin Bayer was not there at the right moment.
No, they gotta be there, otherwise this is not their game.
Yeah. Bloodshed control back in Sagene's hands. One troll for Sagene.
The troll's been seen though.
I don't have seen any troll play yet.
No.
Only
Maybe because they keep seeing each other's trolls. Yeah. It's not very helpful if the troll is just covered.
Martin Bayer getting close to
that's
keeper
a
zone.
beautiful troll.
Nice pass.
Yes. Oh, but not a good catch.
But good recovery for Martin Bayer. Awesome. I'm not sure who that was, but received the pass. It was number 55, Annika Zangenfeind.
Oh, there seems to be a stoppage for an injury.
Yeah, but before that, Annika Zangenfeind with a great position there. She cut into the hoops, was wide open, got the pass, and then all the defense had to get to her as quick as possible. That made it possible for her to get the ball somehow to Martin Bayer, who just picked it up and got it through the left-hand-sided hoop. And this puts...
I mean, it worked like clockwork.
It did. 2020, this game is as even as it gets. It's slowly paced, but these teams are like on an eye-to-eye level. And I'm glad we have that on the live stream because
for sure.
You want to have an even game, don't you?
It's nice to see some French Quidditch. I've realized this is probably my first French Quidditch match that I'm seeing. It's not Titans.
Yeah, I gotta say, I sometimes have trouble. Like I try to follow Quidditch all of Europe as much as possible.
There's
but in some countries it's hard.
Difficult.
I think it's also because of the language barrier. Because when I'm watching like a French stream, I can't follow if there's any commentary or something.
Yeah.
And I can't look in a French forum and look for a stream because these guys are talking in French and I wouldn't have a clue of where to look for. And
for sure.
this is why I'm really glad to have like the Chrookshanks Lyon in front of my eyes right now and all these European teams and get a glimpse of these people.
They're trying to regain bludger control there. Not managing yet.
Now they need to press.
Take use of this small second. Ooh, that was
great play from Solenboom.
That was beautiful. They're not quite finding space yet. That's almost that is a reset used. Oh, and that was a beautiful beat. Is it gonna get it gets picked up and he trips.
Gets the pass to Martin Bayer.
Oh, that would have been beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, the action before by number 21 of Lyon, Solenboom, he did it really good. I mean, he realized he was pressured, but he also realized that the speeder was giving him a little bit of time on the right-hand side, so he got over to that wing, then blocked the bludger, but then I think he's looking far too often for the distant throw, and sometimes he has open passing options. This time it didn't work, giving it to Diego, number 5.
But I like that some of their stuff doesn't work, because it means that they're evenly matched. If just everything you do works.
Yeah. And when I look at the team sheet we have from Lyon, a lot of these players, almost all of them are utility players. They tend to give their players knowledge about every position and try to gain an upper hand by that. And I think that's an interesting approach. I see at least 10 utility players on their roster.
It's very impressive as well.
Yeah, it is.
To be good at both chasing and beating. Oh. There's some falling and some friendly handshakes and a ref meeting.
What more can you want from a Saturday evening?
Nothing, nothing. Handshakes and ref meetings. That's what I live for. That's what I get up for in the morning. Oh, I'm seeing some action on feet from the head ref. Not sure what that means. Maybe tripping, maybe, I don't know. They're walking further away from the sub box, which makes sense.
Yeah, don't want eavesdropping on this one.
And we see the snitch warming up already. Is it ready already? Is it time?
I think we have still a few minutes to go. It's the 10th minute of this game.
Oh, so we just
9
have
minutes and 46 seconds have been played already.
a very prepared snitch.
Yeah, of course.
I like that.
Yeah, let's make it. Yeah, I think he wants some applause from the Trondheim players.
Yeah. The Kai is loving the support there.
Yeah.
I mean, this team is founded by graduates from Trondheim partly, so I get that there's some...
and like OC players. Mostly it's from OC players. They had to split up into the community team and the university team, and Sagene is the community team.
And it's nice to see some community teams, to see
people... The more the merrier, that's the way it is.
To see people continue playing after they graduate. Let's see if they do another long-range shot. Oh, a pass. That
high arcing pass.
Sort of arrives.
Now Solenboom can go for a drive and he will get rid of it at the keeper line.
Let's see. Oh, he goes past the keeper line. Another pass.
Passing back and forth, but they're
disregarding
number 3 who's open.
Yeah, I'm not liking that, to be honest. And that's where they lost the quaffle as well, yeah.
Paddington there, she was open there.
Positioned beautifully at the hoops.
Yeah, she was right next to Jack in this instance, and Jack got the pass, of course. But then he was because he was bigger. But then afterwards, everybody was beat.
He could have played it off.
Disregard for Paddington, and I think she deserved that pass in this moment because it was a far better option.
She could have scored.
Yeah. I mean, Solenboom is always looking for the aggression towards the hoops, I think, and this time it would have paid off to be a little bit more team-friendly.
Yeah.
But it's easy for me to say he's in the heat of the game. I'm not. I'm sitting out here. I'm looking at it. Everybody, I can see Paddington easily.
They've regained the quaffle though. Let's see. Oh, that was a beautiful catch by the keeper there.
Is that Fraser Prosford who's the snitch for this game?
It might be. Do we see the snitch still?
He's currently staying at the score table, but now it's Martin Bayer at the score at the hoops.
Oh, yeah, that was definitely very much through. We're hearing a lot of cheering.
I think a lot of this offense of Sagene is going from Martin Bayer, so I hope he has the cardio to last all game long because they definitely need them in the offense.
Yeah, for sure.
Although I also like the beginning when they had like nice synergy between him and Elizabeth Jostad, or like with Annika Zangenfeind.
If they could find some of that earlier calm back and make some more nice plays.
Yeah, I think the offense of Sagene seems a bit more variable than the one of Lyon. Lyon is doing good on offense, but they seem to be like shooting heavy and not a lot of passing. If there are passes, they're high arcing. They take a lot of time to get there, and they're sometimes not really on the open player of their own team.
They sort of get there, but not really get there. This is what my coach would yell at me if we would do this. Is this a ref meeting or a timeout?
It's a timeout.
It's a timeout. Oh, I missed a timeout call.
Yeah.
How did I miss a timeout call?
How dare you, Annemike?
Yeah, it's good that I asked, because now our viewers know as well. Maybe they missed it too.
Yeah, that's Fraser.
That is definitely Fraser.
A British snitch on this game of Sagene versus Lyon.
Nice and international we got it going on here.
That's the way we want to have our European
for sure.
British Cup.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I really love that results of like splitting the EQC into 2 divisions.
Yeah.
Because we saw a lot of new teams like a few weeks ago when we were in Warsaw, and now we have like this tournament here, which has a lot more evenly matched teams, a little bit of more parity, and it shows it's good for the viewer, it's good for us. People can play against against their peers. There's not a lot of loop-sided games, and really you have to tip your hat to the organizers. They faced a lot of backlash when they made this decision, but I think
it was a great idea. It was the right call for sure. We're seeing so much beautiful Quidditch here, and we've met so many new teams that we hadn't seen before.
Yeah, let's hope we have that same tournament style next year. Maybe with more player teams in the 2nd division. We'll see what the future holds, but I'm all in favor of it, I gotta say.
For sure. Let's get back to the game at play, though. There we have another shot from the keeper line that did not go through. And the ball's back with the keeper from Sagene. Is this Martin? Oh, that was a very far pass.
Nice pass, but it's right on his chest.
Yeah. I'm flabbergasted.
Martin Bayer missed the cut there, otherwise it would have been open.
Oh, that's a tough tackle. Was that through? Not through. This seems messy. Are we watching 2 different teams after this timeout? Suddenly there's mess and chaos.
Energy, yeah. But also some aggressiveness, and I like it. Martin Bayer needs to get the ball off to Ranghit.
I'm just suddenly super confused what's going on. Is that ball back to Lyon? No?
No bludger there for Lyon.
All right,
so
it's
Sagene,
still with Sagene.
Go for it.
Go. Move, please. What's that? That was through. Nice.
20 to 50.
Oh, the bludger for Lyon's all the way back behind the hoops. Oh, they're making this into a tactical thing now. Trying to sneaky beater is what we call this.
Yeah, sneaky beater.
Sneaky beater.
Yeah, and it's working. It's working. Look at it. Bam.
Oh, so sneaky. So sneaky.
Kudos, number 24,
yeah.
Rosenzweig. She did a great one.
Sneaky beater executed A+.
I hope we have that on stream because I want to show that like on a GIF.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
That's meme worthy. Like me trying to be like on point and then watching another Netflix episode. Bam.
Yeah. No, for sure.
So.
Yeah, we're just let's see what they are doing. Slowly taking their time.
Nobody's facing him.
No, this is
far too high.
This is an interesting choice.
Oh, I think he thought that the photographer on the right-hand side was an open teammate.
Right.
Yeah,
that
happens.
Yeah. No, that's an honest mistake to make. I feel like I would do this too, to be honest. So late on a Saturday, sun. Yeah. Well, that's a very long pass. Oh, and it did not arrive, sadly.
And I gotta say, Sagene is a bit better when it comes to actually receiving the passes. I mean, Chrookshanks are playing these passes, but Sagene can actually convert these into opportunities because they are catching better, and that's something that's not often practiced, but it pays off
so
immensely.
Well. Yeah.
It's just the basics sometimes. Passing on the point, catching that pass easily, and being able to run from it in any direction.
I mean, it sounds so simple, but it is actually really, really difficult.
Yeah, and do that maybe with one hand. Do it with 2 hands.
One hand?
One broom. Yeah.
One hand. Yeah. Philip.
Yeah, I'm all in favor of one-hand catching if you're managing to do
Lyon's
this.
running there, only faced by... Oh, yeah, that was beautiful. That man defense was not on point.
So, Lyon now closer, and I think this game is still in swim range.
I think so too, yeah. I mean, looking at the energy from both teams, I would say that it is. That is another goal from Sagene.
So 60-40 is the score. Sagene is still 20 points ahead, but they want to...
They want to get out of snitch range to be comfortable, because this is not a comfortable spot to be in.
Nice beat by Kai, forcing the quick pass.
Suddenly Lyon's feeling the fire under their butts. They're going for it.
Great rep here on Don
Guy.
Guy.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, Elizabeth getting that tackle on Don Guy. And here's the beat in the face of Lyon.
I think I want to be Elizabeth when I grow up, to be honest, when I see this kind of stuff.
Yeah, she's a great player. Okay, foul call against Sagene.
Right. Oh, we see some friendly handshakes between Seekers. That's always nice to see. I love that Quidditch love when just everybody likes each other and they always shake each other's hands before they start seeking.
Yeah.
It feels better than, you know, football hooligans yelling at each other and trashing each other's cities.
I think it also pays dividends on the court because it kind of puts a moral hazard on flopping or something like that. Like flailing. I mean, actually, I talked with Steve Cochran before a few games ago, and he said, but he realized that there seems to be like an epidemic of like flailing your arms at any contact.
Right.
And I think if you have like a deeper friendship between the other teams, you try to disengage from any behavior of that, as it is quite common in other sports. I don't want to name them. But flailing your arms and trying to go for the foul call.
Be like, oh, I'm so hurt.
Yeah, it hurts the gameplay. And
I love that Quidditch players don't do that. They respect each other too much.
Yeah. But yeah, it's some people. It happens, of course, in any sport. But I hope we have it in a very
minimal here.
Minimal. You're absolutely right.
I would say if my teammates would do that, I would kick them out of the team.
Oh, sheesh.
And I am coach, so I can.
Oh, you know who got kicked out? Kai Shaw.
Kai. Oh no, with a yellow. That is not a good place to be in the sin bin when Snitch is about to arrive on pitch.
Yellow card for Sagene if number 79. Illegal contact.
This is when you want to be getting comfortably
1 minute in the penalty box until the opposing
out
team
of Snitch range. And then if you're missing a key beater.
Yeah, exactly. Especially Kai Shaw, he did a great game. He kept high intensity, covered a lot of ground. He has very good cardio. Yeah, they're going to miss him.
They are.
But there it seems to me that he reached from behind, if I can interpret the gestures of Mr. Berglitz correctly here.
Right. I am unsure, but I trust your judgment. Let's see if Lyon uses this.
And see, these passes, I mean, they're getting
they
there, but
get
they're
there. It just
far
takes
too high.
Too long to get there. Oh, that was a turnover, I guess?
Yeah, he was over the hard
out of bounds.
The boundary.
Yeah.
And yeah, the players of Sagene were having none of it.
That's very fair. You gotta play by the rules.
Yeah, for Lyon, go for more straight passes. Don't try to avoid these high arcing shots. They're giving the defense far too many time to get to your receiver. And in this case, he was easily wrapped.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Out of bounds. Okay, Lyon going deep towards.
They're putting some aggressive defense
here. But they now disregard the quaffle, and that's going to pay.
That's not going to... Yeah, how did they forget to look at the quaffle? There's only one beater, and they got distracted by this one beater?
And that was a crucial goal. This game now puts them 30 points ahead, which means in case they catching the snitch, it's still overtime and not a win.
I'm very impressed, to be honest. How they managed to just keep the situation under control with one beater down.
Yeah. Yeah, Kai Shaw is back in the game, and he's getting back into defense.
Oh, that was... oh, there we have again. I was like, oh, that was a good pass, but there we are again with the high arching passes, and it's just not...
I like Don Guy from Lyon. They are really good at positioning. Don Guy and always there to get the pass. Sometimes lacking though in passing themselves.
Oh, I completely did not realize the Seekers were released.
Yes, the Seekers are released.
I missed many things, but I did not miss that catch! That looked clean, right? That looked beautiful!
Hold me closely here!
I'm very glad I realized the Seekers were on because this was beautiful. This looked good, right? To me?
Yeah, it was
Is this Timo Ramsauer? Yeah.
Timo Ramsauer getting very close, going around the hip of Fraser and grabbing a full handful of that snitch.
Yeah. This was a solid grab.
Oh, and I think it was right in front of a camera.
I mean...
Shush!
I'm going to say this is the end of the game.
If it's good, it would mean it would be 40 to 100 star, and Timo Ramsauer...
I mean, this is impressive.
I just want to have this quote here by Marty Bayer. He says, his team regards anything longer than 5 seconds as cardio.
Well, they're
not doing cardio.
No cardio today. Wow.
Timo Ramsauer just saved it for Sagene, which goes 40 to 100 star. Deserved win, I think. In the end, they had the upper hand against
for sure.
Lyon. And Timo Ramsauer with the quick catch against Freder Posford. Great game.
Yeah, beautiful. I'm very impressed.
Yo, so that's basically all that me and Annemieke have to say to you guys.
Yeah.
We're going to give it back to the people at the tech table. We'll be back with a short
analysis. Yes, and then a goodbye.
And I hope we see all of you and maybe more tomorrow on Sunday of EQC Division 1. That's us from me, Philipp Stolz, and
Annemieke Drost. Thank you for being here with us.
Take care.
Ladies and gentlemen, and all of those who do not feel included by these two words, we are back here with the analysis from Lyon Chrookshanks versus Sagene EF, the game we just saw. I'm here with Bex McLaughlin as the analyst. Pretty tight and close game, and pretty low-scoring game, Bex, or would you view that differently?
Yeah, no, definitely. The final score was 100 stars Sagene and 40 to Lyon. So, yeah, not massively scoring. It does mean they were just around swim when Sagene caught. But yeah, the real story being that Sagene is a first-year team, a lot of experienced players, formerly of NTNUI, of OSI, with lots of study abroad.
And a couple of Germans in there, which is
Germans,
weird.
Yeah, some Germans. And it was that experience that just seemed to carry them through compared to Lyon.
It was a pretty close, pretty defensive-minded game, though. I mean, the 70-40, the score when Sagene caught the snitch and, won it, that was the highest lead they have had during the entire game so far. So it was a pretty even-handed thing. You were talking a bit earlier about the Lyon defense. You saw one of their main weak points that Sagene were able to capitalize on in that regard, if I got you right.
They seem to not have a sort of set defense. You could look at that and say, oh, they're running compact or they're running this. They just kind of, I don't want to say blobbed. That seems a bit rude, but they kind of blobbed near the hoops.
I mean, they did. Yeah, they did. They did block the zones near the hoops, but it didn't look as coordinated as it could have been. Was my impression as well. But to be real, Sagene didn't look super coordinated either. It just worked because they won each single one-on-one tackle battle. They just took them down with experience and with the knowledge of their tackle. I feel like, was it Martin Bayer who took down that one Lyon player just with one arm, just all technique, just putting that person on the ground? Like, yeah, that's just experience. And Lyon do have a couple of experienced players, but sadly we do not know too much because the French Quidditch community just stays a little to itself. So, but I did feel like I recognized a couple of their players from previous EQCs. Lyon is definitely a team falling under the radar behind Paris Titans and Paris Frog. Yeah.
For instance, like, so Kai Shaw was in the box for a foul, and Lyon couldn't capitalize on that. They were against one bludger with no defensive beater then to help that beater out, and they couldn't seem to capitalize on it. And that, I don't know, just showed a lack of experience, or like they just needed more game exposure. What I loved, my favorite thing of the match, was definitely the quaffle work between Martin Bayer and Elizabeth Jordstad. Absolutely fantastic. They knew exactly where the other was going to be, and they just worked so well.
The passing of Sagene was pristine, absolutely. There were moments where you felt like, okay, guys, you've passed it around the hoops now for like 12 times. One of y'all will have to try and pass it, at least pass it through the hoops. Just do it unintentionally. We don't care anymore. Just score the thing. But I mean, yeah, that's what experience does. If you just know where the other person will be, if you know how to throw the ball to the other person so they can catch it, obviously the passes are going to work. But that was possibly something that Lyon could have capitalized on a little more. They did do it from time to time after that, just because the passing of Sagene worked so blindly. They didn't sometimes seem to not be as fully aware of their surroundings. There was one interception that Chrookshanks made. They sadly couldn't capitalize on it from the Lyon standpoint, where they just intercepted one of those long passes. And that might have been something where Lyon had capitalized on it a little more that could have seen the game gone in a different direction, or wouldn't you think?
Yeah, definitely. It just then, it comes back to experience in where they were just not reading the game. They're like, oh, this game is a closed book to me. It's like, no, you can see that, number 8's going to pass the number 5, and this is going to happen time and time again. But okay, cool. Don't maybe them start man marking, or they're eventually going to get the ball through the hoop. Yeah. Try and mark out your man.
But there were some gorgeous plays by Lyon as well, like the passing behind the hoops with the head start from the person behind the hoops catching the pass. It almost looked like a studied football, like American football move. Like some of those were pretty impressive, but they couldn't keep it together against Sagene, which viewers who saw the Division 2 live stream that we did last month I feel there were more than just one parallels to how Dublin Director Dragons from Ireland played that tournament. Sagene, one of the biggest parallels obviously being the small squad, but also that small squad being chock full of experienced people, and well, that snitch catch at the end by Timo Ramsauer. That's just pure experience. That's just...
And there's something about going into a tournament like, we're going to try our best. Everyone has underestimated us. People are like, oh, that Darmstadt game is going to be a walkover. And it wasn't. They didn't win, but it wasn't a walkover. And Sagene can go away with wins today. And securing, this is why Norway's got so many spots in Division 1. Like, they're a small nation, but they're not a D2
It's
nation.
one of the reasons they do, but let's not get into the algorithm right now. I've been told to not go into the algorithm on stream. No, but Sagene definitely proved why they are one of the teams where there should not be a debate on whether they deserve to be here. They deserve to be here just out of their sheer experience, out of the lovely game they played, to be frank,
And it's exciting to see where they're going to go, who they're going to recruit next season. But I say with all this experience, Timo is Kai's brother, I think, and he's new. He's a fresh recruit this season. But when you can be trained properly, you get results.
Definitely the MO of teams who have managed to bridge their first generational gap. If the first generation instructs the second generation properly, you're going to keep going. You're just gonna not have a drop that a couple of other teams from the older guard have seen. I'm missing examples right now because also those would be rude. But
so this team sucks now.
Let's not. You don't want to go there. No, you really don't. Sagene played this one pretty well. Lyon gave it the best they could, and that snitch catch at the end, Timo Ramsauer just.
It was really good. It could have gone a different way on a different day, but
probably
so. Well done to them.
I think we're done here with the analysis, but stay tuned. We will be right back with words from our crew. We will be right back with a little wrap-up of the day. My name is Ilya Tokovic.
Oh, and I'm Bex McLaughlin. Thank you. Bye.